Oh my god, season 3. God.
Buckle in, boys! Let's do this! Hello, we are Enterprise-splaining, the podcast where we explain Star Trek Enterprise to each other and to you. I'm Maria, and these are my co-hosts, Jamie.
Hello.
And Bill.
Howdy.
And today we are going to be talking about the Star Trek Enterprise episode, The Xindi. However, I am the only person here who has actually watched it, so it's my job to explain to my co-hosts what happened on the episode. But before we get started, just a reminder, we have merch. If you go to the TeePublic store on the ESO website, or just click the link in our show notes, you can buy our lovely Enterprise-splaining t-shirts and the adorable Porthos Appreciation Society shirts. So guys, we're back after our little break. Thanks for coming back. But just in case you forgot, last time on Star Trek Enterprise, a giant ball came to Earth and sent a beam of destruction across the planet, starting with Florida, which shows that even the aliens realize what a threat that state is. Enterprise was called back to Earth, but before they could get there, the Suliban kidnapped Archer, and their fuzzy future leader dude explained that the probe was sent by a species called the Xindi, who found out that humans would destroy their world in 400 years. So they decided to kill baby Hitler and take care of the problem now. Several million humans, including apparently Trip's sister, were killed. They examine the probe and find a burned-up Xindi, and Archer also proves that the probe came from the future, so even the Vulcan Science Academy has to agree that time travel exists.
Oh, no, they did not.
No, I'm kidding.
No.
They definitely did not do that. Instead, they ordered T'Pol back to Vulcan and tried to prove that Archer is insane. The crew learned that the Xindi homeworld is probably in a region of space called the Expanse, which is the Space Bermuda Triangle that can cause people to go crazy, kill each other, or get turned inside out. Oh, and also the Xindi are working on an even bigger, badder weapon. So, of course, Enterprise decides to go in with Trip and Archer hell-bent on revenge.
And that was a lot of stuff.
It was a lot of stuff.
I can't believe how much stuff happened in that episode.
So much stuff happened in that episode. Just
but also, it felt almost like nothing happened. Like, it just felt like it was setting up for the next episode. Like, it all felt like setup. Like, it didn't seem... It was just like, what about this? What about this? What about this?
A lot of shit happened.
Maria, okay, I just want to be clear. Maria didn't even mention Duras. Didn't even mention the whole Klingon.
I was just thinking, like, was Duras
time for Duras? You think I have time to talk about fucking Duras?
Wait, I actually have a question about Duras. Is Duras related to the Duras sisters? I've been really confused.
I think we decided no. I think we decided it's just a very common name.
That's what I thought. But then Eric's like, no, I think it's part of Duras' house or whatever. Like,
Duras is the Gunderson of Minnesota.
Is Duras like their great-great-grandfather? Like, I don't understand.
I think, if anything, that would be, like, they would have disowned him for bringing shame to their house. And now, the exciting continuation. Computer, tell us about the episode we are going to be talking about this week.
The Xindi. It has been 6 weeks since Enterprise's new mission began, and the crew have made virtually no progress. Now, finally, they may have a lead as Enterprise is en route to a mining colony that is supposed to have a Xindi worker.
So now, it is time for 2 truths and a lie. However, I am going to tell you 3 truths and 2 lies about this episode.
What? No.
Listen, Jamie, you've done this. You cannot give me shit for this.
No.
Jamie, you broke this core.
I've never done 2 lies? Never done that.
3 truths, 2 lies.
That's too many lies.
Lay it
Too
on me.
many
Okay,
lies?
give it to me. I'm all right. I've prepared my body. Give it to me.
No.
Number 1, the Xindi are aquatic. Number 2, the Xindi are giant grasshopper-like bugs.
Sure.
Number 3, the Xindi have huge bird wings.
Why not?
Number 4, T'Pol takes her top off so Trip can touch her. And number 5, there are no caves in this episode.
Okay, so
3 are true, 2 are lies.
Do I have to pick 2 lies?
Correct.
What's okay?
Okay. Wait, we're
I'm-
not true. Okay, this is so confusing.
Okay, well, I know what mine two are because we saw a shriveled Xindi body. So both of my lies are related to what they are aquatic and they have wings.
So you're saying they are giant grasshopper-like bugs?
Those are mine
No,
too.
no, it was. I'm sorry. No, grasshoppers and wings. Sorry,
Oh no,
I
mine
forgot
is
what
aquatic
several of the
and
statements.
wings.
Okay.
I think they are like grasshoppers.
Right.
Okay. So while you...
Let's review. No, let's review. What were these statements
Sure,
that we
sure.
think are true?
First was the Xindi are aquatic, which you are
Plausible.
saying is true.
No, I say
Plausible.
it's false.
Oh, which, yeah, okay.
Well, I'm saying it's plausible.
Yep. Bill says it's true. Jamie
I
says
think
it's
it's
not.
plausible. I just think it's not.
No, number 2 is they're
That's my
giant grasshopper-like bugs.
I believe
That's
that.
a lie.
That sounds true.
Number 3, they have huge bird wings.
No,
Lie.
Number 4, T'Pol takes her top off so Trip can touch her.
true.
Well, again, yeah.
We've
know
seen
they
this
get into-
show.
they
We
do
know
get
what
into a
happens.
relationship. Yeah. mhm.
And number 5, there are no caves in this episode.
No, of course there's caves in the episode.
Nice trap.
Okay, but wait.
Maria has set up a cardboard box with a stick on it. And
So which ones are you saying are the lies, Jamie?
The
The aquatic and the caves.
Wait, the cave one was that there's no caves.
There's
in
no
the
caves in
episode?
this
Oh,
episode.
God damn it. Okay, wait. Sorry, that was confusing. The double negative got me. Okay, wait.
Negative. It was
Well,
just a negative.
Yeah, but if it's a lie, then it becomes a double negative.
I see what you're saying. Okay,
So,
fine.
okay, wait. So if that's the lie, then there are caves. So I think that one's a lie, and I think the.
I'm gonna put these in chat for you. How about
Okay,
that?
wait. It's gonna be aquatic or wings. Aquatic or wings. I'm gonna go with wings. No wings.
Okay, so you're saying
They are aquatic grasshoppers, but they don't have wings.
so
And there are caves.
There are caves. So you're saying the wings and the caves are the lie.
Yes, yes.
And Bill,
Kafka-esque nightmare that two truths and a lie
Can we
is.
move on?
sorry, I didn't realize this would be so complicated.
Because there's two lies. You can't do two lies. Two lies
no,
is too many lies.
so mine are they have wings and they are giant grasshopper
Bugs.
people.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So while you ponder what these lies may be, this week's lies may be, let's hear about one of our sister podcasts on the ESO network.
Hi, I'm Joe Heath,
And I'm Tony Heath,
and we're the hosts of the Watchathon of Rassilon.
a podcast where we used to talk about all of classic Doctor Who.
But we finished all of that.
So now we're talking about New Who.
Well, old New Who.
Right, the Russell T Davies era.
Well, the old Russell T Davies era.
Yeah, the David Tennant stuff.
Well, the old David Tennant stuff.
The Watchathon of Rassilon.
Your podcast for old, new, and old new Doctor Who.
All right, y'all. Ready?
I mean, no, but
Lay
I
it
guess
on me,
we're just
sister.
going to do it.
We cold open in an...
On a cave.
I mean, it's not, although it is somewhat cave-esque, but it's not. It's a alien conference room, effectively. And there are
Maria, if this is like last time you were like, cave does not play a part, and cave was like an important part.
I promise you, I
this
promise you
cave
there is no
not a
trick to that
cave.
one. I promise you that is a straight, there is no trick to that one. It's either absolutely true or absolutely wrong. There's no confusion on this one.
Okay.
We cold open and we're in an alien conference room and there are 8 different aliens gathered around a large table arguing.
They're like, here's the panel for the con where like everybody got their name badges.
He's like, I have more of a comment than a question. Okay. So they're all different. There are 2 bug creatures that look like giant grasshoppers. There are 2 humanoid aliens who have big ridges over their heads and they look kind of reptilian. They also have like spiky hair or antennae sticking out of their heads, lots of them, and these wicked metal shoulder pads. They're really wild. Then there's a humanoid with like long hair all over his face who looks like Bigfoot. And then there's a couple of humanoids who have ridges sort of similar to the reptilian, but they're not reptilian and nothing is sticking out of their heads.
A very hairy alien sounds fun. That seems like it should be an obvious type of alien, but I feel like Star Trek doesn't do that often.
No,
They're always just doing ridges and like spots.
Right, yeah.
And reptilian is like so common, but I like the idea of like a Bigfoot alien.
Yep, it looks like Bigfoot. They are discussing the fact that the Enterprise is heading into the Expanse. The bug guys say it's the beginning of an invasion. They speak in clicky sounds and have subtitles.
Okay.
Another alien says that they couldn't possibly know that they launched the probe, but the bug guy says they have to destroy them because they can't risk them finding the weapon.
Oh.
Bigfoot asks when the weapon will be ready, and the other alien says they're preparing the next series of tests.
Oh.
Spiky Dude says they'll accomplish nothing if they just run tests. It's alien first flight, y'all. Like, come on, we gotta get this done.
I love all this bureaucracy over like doing another 9/11.
Yeah.
You don't have to answer this right now, but is it that the Xindi aren't a race, but they're like a coalition? Oh, interesting. That would be an...
Maybe.
Oh, that's a wild take. Okay.
No, now I feel like they're definitely not the grasshoppers. I feel like they must be like the reptilians or the... I don't think they're going to be hairy guys because that would look silly. They must be the reptilians.
That would be interesting if like the Xindi is like the Federation. That would be okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I think they're supposed to be a race, though. I don't think they would do the grasshopper guys because they're not going to have this, like, the big bads talking in clicks all the time. That would be ridiculous.
Would be ridiculous.
I mean,
What would happen if
this show has never done
ridiculous?
anything ridiculous?
They just wouldn't be scary if they're talking in clicks. But you know what's scary? Reptilians. Star Trek always thinks reptilians are scary.
That's
so
true. That's true.
Those must be the Xindi.
So Bigfoot says they have to be patient and follow the plan they all agreed to. And another species chimed in. They're in a tank behind a window swimming around. They kind of look like manatees with arms. They have kind of long bodies with fins, but they also definitely have arms. It's kind of creepy. They speak in like whaley dolphin sounds and also have subtitles. And they say, our future is at stake. And the group tasks the spiky reptilian dude to learn everything he can about the human vessel.
Are the whaley sounds like woo?
Kind
or
of.
are they more like dolphin?
Oh my God!
clicks?
Is it the whales from the Those assholes killed all of us back in the 20th century.
Y'all, I was not prepared for this much happening in the cold open.
No, this is fun. Like all sorts of fun new aliens.
But that brings us to the theme song, which means it's time for the Diane Warren update of the week. And my friends, I'm afraid I must start this week because I know something Jamie does not.
What?
Do you know?
The theme song is different this season.
Yeah, so
What?
I have been,
It's not
me
different,
and
it's the
Eric
same song,
were,
but-
I mean, we knew this. We
Right.
always knew it changed in season 3. And I told Eric, I was like, do you think Maria's going to forget and skip it?
Because Steven is
No,
her
because-
husband Steven has his hand on
No,
it.
because
And I was
when
like,
you
or will
start,
Maria watch it?
when you start a new season, it always makes you watch the full theme
It
song. It
does?
won't let you skip.
Oh.
Were you going to try to skip?
I probably would have. I mean, Steven would have, I'm sure. I actually had to, like, watch them both to compare to make sure I was not making it up. But it's been re-recorded, it's jazzier, it's got more percussion, it moves a little faster. It still sucks, though. I mean, all right, Jamie, what you got?
Yeah, so you didn't remember? I've been so excited about new theme song.
I actually vaguely remembered it, but I, for some reason, thought it was in season 4, not season 3. But
Wow.
Oh, so I almost mentioned it the last time we recorded, but when we were like talking about season 3 and what we wanted, but then I didn't want to remind you because I wanted to see if you would skip it.
no.
I wanted to get you on that. All right. Okay. I'm excited. I can't wait to hear the new theme song. Well, I'm sure all our listeners have been waiting months since the Oscars to find out whether Diane Warren finally won. I'm sure that they did not watch themselves. They did not look it up. Sadly for Diane Warren, she lost again.
No.
So she lost to Golden from K-pop Demon Hunters, which does make her the only person in human history to ever get 17 Oscar nominations without a win.
Also,
Other
she
people
has
have
an
lost
honorary
17.
Oscar that she won. 2
Yeah, but
years
that
ago.
doesn't count.
That doesn't
That
count.
doesn't count.
It
That doesn't
absolutely
count.
fucking counts. She has an Oscar.
She doesn't act like it counts.
Oh boy.
And it doesn't, it's not a competitive Oscar. It doesn't, it's an honor. It's why it's honorary is not real. It's like when like they give out honorary degrees, that doesn't like make people doctors. Honorary is not real.
If you have an honorary doctorate in literature, you have a doctorate. Granted, you can't perform surgery.
No,
but
an
you
honorary
have
doctorate in literature, you can't go around, you can't even call yourself doctor. No.
I'm not even
That does
getting
not
in this
actually
fight. Not even.
Oh boy.
But look, like a lot of people have won Oscars before, but no one ever in the entire human race has ever lost this many times without a win.
Yeah, it's impressive.
If you'll recall at last year's Oscars, they did not have any of the performances of the nominated songs. This year they did bring performances back, but only for 2 songs, which
Right.
is really kind of rude.
Yeah, it's
like
kind of shitty.
I actually think, well, first of all, I had been really excited because Diane Warren never actually performs her songs, but this particular song is very important to her because it's personal to her life. She wrote it for her documentary. Kesha, who she's known since Kesha was an infant, apparently, like, is singing it.
And
And
stole
they
her.
performed it together with Diane Warren on piano on New Year's. So I know
Right.
they can perform the song together. It would have been really meaningful to see her actually on stage performing it. But we didn't get that. It's also just rude because, like, I get that, especially in a year like this, there's 2 frontrunner songs, and it's highly unlikely anything else is
Right.
going to win. But, like,
At least
it's
pretend.
rude. Yeah, you have to pretend. Like, it's rude for the Oscars to be like, we know who the winner is going to be. It's one of these 2. Like, what if one of the other songs did win? It would have been
know.
really embarrassing, like, for the Oscars. Sort of like, do you guys remember, like, the year that they thought Chadwick Boseman was going to win?
Yes, and it was Anthony
And then
Perkins,
so they
yeah.
saved it till the end, and then it was Anthony Hopkins, and he wasn't even there.
Why did I
It
say
would be
Anthony
another
Perkins?
that
Sorry.
situation.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah, it was kind of, even though the performances were good, it was also boring that there were only 2 of them, and they ended 20 minutes earlier than they usually do. So I was
Weird.
like,
Oh no, the Oscars were too short.
That's
yeah, I
weird.
was like, they could have done these like other 3 songs. Like this would not have
Wasn't
been
one
a
of the
problem.
songs nominated like an operatic like song? It was, you know.
Okay, so I promised I would listen. Remember the week I was supposed to talk about all the songs? I forgot and did not plan and did not listen.
Sure.
And then I was like, I will definitely do this next week. I never did. So there are 2 songs that I never listened to.
Fair enough.
So, oops.
Anyway, she didn't win the Oscar.
Yeah, she didn't win, but she's the only person in human history to ever do this. It's very exciting. I think it's a bigger actual win than if
Hey,
she's
you know how
actually
many
won.
Oscars I haven't won in the entire history of the race? 0. So come at me, Diane Warren.
Do you think, I was thinking
Not been
about this.
nominated for one.
If she eventually
Wow.
does win, do then we have to take away her like most losses without
No,
a win?
don't
Or
worry,
does
don't
it still
worry about
count
it. No,
because
it
she
still
had those
counts.
losses before the win?
They were all
It's still,
consecutive.
it's still
yeah.
a record.
I guess.
It's on the record. It's still a record. Nobody will care about this. But in the Twin Cities, they used to have, for the local theater community, the Ivy Awards, which was a celebration of the Twin Cities theater community. But the huge thing about it was, like, they wouldn't announce who was the categories. They wouldn't announce who was in competition to win this. So people would just show up and they would announce what was the best show, who was the best director, who was the best actor. And eventually they closed it down because they lost the sponsorship. And I said, I'm sorry the Ivies are gone. It was really just an honor never to know if I was nominated. Honestly, what it was an excuse for actors and actresses to dress up and be photographed walking down the red carpet.
Yeah. I mean, that's what most of
seems-
these are for.
That seems great. Yeah. Thank you, Jamie. Now that the theme song is complete, we can get into the episode. So we are back on Enterprise, where they are in a big room that we have not seen before. It has a table in the middle and screens and stations all around on the walls.
So they like built a new set for the new season. That's exciting.
Yeah. T'Pol, Archer, and Malcolm are discussing their current plan. They're a few hours out of their destination, but way, way more important, T'Pol is in a new bodysuit, y'all.
What?
Oh my god, new uniform?
So now you have to make a choice. I can show you a picture or you can wait to see it.
I want to wait. I want to wait. No, I want to wait.
I'm going to describe it
tell
regardless.
us about it. Yeah.
Okay.
It is orange velour.
Wait, what? Orange.
No, orange
like
velour.
Bright orange?
It's a soft
like
orange,
a-
but it's pretty light.
Orange.
Yeah.
Oh.
It has a V-neck and it has like a pattern embossed on the material on the sides and the sleeves. She looks great. The color suits her. It's very pretty.
Is it like form fitting? Is
Yeah.
it like
So it's a very tight bodysuit. V-neck
Orange
with a
velour.
little sort of belt and like accents of the V.
Is the
It's very
V-neck
nice.
a little bit of like a wraparound or no?
No, it's just straight
Okay.
V-neck. Yeah.
Huh.
Do they explain this at all?
Nope. I mean, the answer is she's no longer with the Vulcan. She's quit.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, we were
so what
wondering,
that means
I
is
thought maybe
her
she'd be in the
only
Enterprise
was her
uniform.
uniform.
she's choosing to wear this.
Yes.
Is what you're telling me.
Yes.
Okay.
And it suits her. You'll see. She looks good.
Oh, so I cannot believe in all, like, for the podcast, I'm always like, I'm in like Enterprise fan Facebook group. I'm like in Enterprise spaces online trying to be like, hey guys, have you heard of this podcast? My podcast, I have a podcast. Yeah, and I'm like, like following lots of
And you've never seen
Enterprise
her
accounts
in-
on Blue Sky and stuff. I can't believe that I've never seen a screenshot of her in orange.
Whoa.
I must have and just not like clocked it. Also, like I have to say, like a lot of times if I see something
Okay.
that looks like something from future, I try to skip over it real
Right.
quick.
I just looked up a photo of this.
No.
Kind of,
He can do what he wants, Jamie. He's
Fine.
a fully autonomous human being.
kind of a lateral move, but okay.
They are heading to a mining planet because a freighter captain they met told them that there's a Xindi working at the mine. They're going to try to track him down and see if they can get the coordinates to Xindi homeworld.
Wait, so they went into the Expanse and then just came across a freighter that was just like in the Expanse?
Presumably. It's unclear
I just-
when they met this guy.
I just thought that the Expanse was like this weird, scary place where you get turned inside out, but they just go in and then they're just like hanging out and chatting with freighters. Okay.
Both Malcolm and T'Pol are skeptical about the freighter captain. Malcolm said they should be cautious because the freighter captain was of questionable character. Archer jumps down Malcolm's throat. He is mad. He says that this room, which used to be storage, has been retrofitted with the state-of-the-art equipment, and they've been tasked with finding a Xindi, and they've been in the Expanse for 6 weeks and haven't found shit. And Archer says they don't have the luxury of being safe or cautious anymore, which, anymore? I mean...
Also, just a Xindi, like any Xindi.
Yeah,
It
well,
doesn't
that's
matter.
basically what they're trying to do, is find a Xindi and figure out where the homeworld is, because presumably any Xindi would tell them.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Right?
These like strange aliens come up to you and they're like, "Hey, human, where's your homeworld?"
Mm-hmm.
And you're just like, "Oh yeah, I'll just
Yeah.
tell you." Like, I would
Well-
not do that. That seems sketchy. I feel like this planet is not going to work.
But this is the only lead they have, and they're
But good
following
luck
it
to them.
regardless of the questionable origin of the source. And he storms out, and Malcolm and T'Pol look at each other, clearly concerned. Next scene, like, guys, this moves. We're moving. Like, every scene, we're in a different place. So,
Oh, yeah.
next
All
scene,
right.
mess hall. Hoshi walks up to a table full of guys in military uniforms.
Yeah, because the military's on the show. I've been
Oh,
excited
yeah.
for this.
She introduces herself and asks to join them. She is very happy with all these big boys who all stand up as soon as she walks up.
Oh, she likes a man in uniform, but not Enterprise uniform.
Not Enterprise uniform, no thank you. So there's
what do their military uniforms look like?
they're like camouflage jumpsuits.
Really?
basically.
They're like in camouflage? Oh,
Yeah, I think that's right.
They're
Yeah.
in space camouflage, so it's all black
Yeah,
with
it's
like
all
little
black.
white splatters on
That's
them.
right.
It's the old George Carlin joke about people are wearing camouflage in downtown Beirut. There's no trees in downtown Beirut.
So there's 4 guys. The first, Major Hayes, white dude, dark hair. He introduces her to everyone.
Major Haze, okay.
Second dude, Sergeant Kemper, white dude, blonde hair. We are going to need a whole new cheat sheet, guys.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
They're adding a bunch of new white guys? Oh, God.
Luckily, there are 2 people of color at the table.
Whoa.
What the what?
One, Corporal Romero, brown dude, dark hair.
Mhm.
And the next one, Corporal Chang, fucking Daniel Day Kim, y'all.
What?
What?
Daniel fucking Day Kim shows up.
What? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I'm so excited.
You know who this is.
Finally, someone I recognize. Wow, I'm really excited for this. I am very concerned that these guys are all going to get killed by the end of this episode, and we're never going to see them again.
Well,
Like, I'm surprised that they've already survived through the cold open, but I am very excited about this.
yeah, so they are in like very weird camouflagey things. I looked it up to make sure. They're still jumpsuits, and they do kind of look like space camouflage. It's like dark with like little bits of gray patterns and stuff in it. It's weird. They have military assault command on their uniforms. That's apparently Mako is apparently a Star Trek thing that has been used in other places. Or maybe it's just been used here and I've just heard it because of that. So they're chatting as they're eating. They're talking about how they're adjusting to being in space. Kemper says he's still having to go to the doctor every morning for motion sickness. And Hoshi asks
Yeah, wait.
for something. Yeah, because she said, did you get your space legs, basically?
But like the ship has artificial gravity.
Yeah, but I mean,
like
a boat, like if you're on a cruise, seems like it's straight, but you can get motion sickness.
Cruise doesn't have like a special. No, Cruise, the ship is going up and down, and you don't have a special fancy future technology that's keeping it super still like they have on these ships.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
Enterprise, fine. We're moving.
The whole point is, it's got nothing to do with the motion sickness. He thinks...
I'm sorry. Maria, are you telling me there are 2 Asian actors in the same scene on Enterprise?
Oh my God.
That's the lie. That's the secret lie that you were not telling me.
I should have said that.
I can't believe there's like 3 people of color in this conversation, and there's like 2 white dudes, but still.
Well, to be clear, the 2 people of color, the 2 guys of color are not talking to Hoshi. I mean, they are, but they're not. This conversation is between the white dude and Hoshi.
Also, like, the idea that military definitely is not going to have any women. So, okay.
So, Hoshi asks what he thinks of the doctor, saying she's sure he doesn't see a lot of denobulans in Duluth, Minnesota. And Kemper says he's actually stationed outside of Atlanta, and Hoshi must have been digging deep into his file because he hasn't lived in Duluth since junior high. And Hoshi replies that while he may have left Duluth, there's still plenty of Duluth in his inflections.
So wait, Hoshi was looking up all these guys' bios?
She can hear it in his accent.
She's doing the My Fair Lady thing where she can tell where people are from based on how they
Does he
cute.
seem to have like a Minnesota accent?
I mean, he talks like a regular, like,
wait.
The whole point is she can hear, like, what is it called? What is
this,
straight American,
Is this Daniel Day Kim she's talking to?
No, of course not.
No,
why would the 2 people of color talk to each other?
It would just be amazing if Daniel Day Kim was, oh, Christ, we're gonna go kill these Xindi, you know what I mean?
Bill, as a Minnesotan, is there anything special about Duluth? Where's Duluth?
Duluth is a city. It's northern part of Minnesota, but it is a full city, so it's very metropolitan. It has but it's very urban, but it is northern Minnesota, so it has that sort of like very folksy, very, wildlife, fishing, hunting, on the lake stuff. But yeah, it is a fully city. It's a beautiful place to go.
Okay.
So she says that there's still plenty of Duluth left in his inflections, and everybody laughs but him. And Hayes explains that Hoshi is a very cunning linguist.
Hey!
Ayo, had to make that joke. Sorry. Daniel Day Kim, who I'm just calling Daniel Day Kim, come on, asks if Hoshi knows where they are going. And she replies that she's sure that Archer will let them know when he has a reason to.
Bullshit.
Kemper says he hopes it's soon. They are raring to kick some Xindi butt.
One of the few episodes that I think pass it. What is the the test where it's like two people of color talk about not a white guy?
The other Bechdel test.
Yeah, but it seems like this episode
I can't think of her name.
This might be one of the only episodes that have passed, but congratulations, episode.
Well, they were talking about Archer, so...
Well, wait, no, he asked where they were going.
Yes, that's true.
I feel like that's not talking about Archer. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, it's mostly that I think they are confused as to why Archer hasn't told them anything yet.
Why hasn't Archer? That's good question, actually.
Because you're in the fucking military. They don't tell you anything until you need to know.
Until you need to. And
but if they're partnered, because it's not the other. If they're if he's partnering with the military, he should actually keep them apprised of what's going on.
So I'm sorry. I forget who the senior military person is.
Hayes.
That the person who's Hayes? Is that the person who's in charge of the?
Yeah, is he the main guy?
He appears to be the guy who's in charge, but the guy who's asking is Kemper, who's a lieutenant, I believe.
Okay.
Is he the other white guy?
The other white guy,
yeah.
the white guy with blonde hair, yeah. And actually, they get up because they have a briefing, so maybe they're about to get briefed. So they all get up and leave a very disappointed Hoshi to eat her salad alone. She wants to fuck, y'all. Hoshi was into these dudes.
I love it.
Oh,
I love this
hello.
for Hoshi.
Okay, hallway/cargo bay. Trip is talking to Archer and showing him a problem that's in one of the cargo bays. Archer asks if it's an issue with the grav plating, and Trip says absolutely not. They walk in, and on the side of the wall to the right, a bunch of cargo containers are just stuck halfway up the wall.
Okay.
Trip tells him not to get too far in because just after a few seconds, the ground starts to rumble and the containers fly across the room and stick to the other wall.
Oh boy.
Archer tells Trip to seal off the cargo bay and hope that this anomaly dissipates soon. This is apparently par for the course in the Expanse. Weird shit just happens, and they're just seeing all of these anomalies, and Space Bermuda Triangle, y'all.
Space Bermuda Triangle.
Bermuda Triangle.
God. I miss the Bermuda Triangle so much.
And as they leave, the containers fly again to the other side of the room. Medbay. Phlox is looking at a screen, which seems to be like a microscope, basically, because he puts a little petri dish in at the bottom, and the screen shows bright purple and green streaks.
Well, yeah, because they put that microscope together, Trip. And
Oh, yes.
Put the microscope together.
It didn't
when Phlox's wife was sexually
thing.
assaulting Trip. Yes, I do remember.
I do remember that. Yeah.
How could we forget the microscope?
T'Pol walks in and he asks her opinion. He's looking at Xindi epithelial cells harvested from the corpse from the probe, and T'Pol says it looks like scales, and Phlox agrees. He says he would not be surprised if he finds that the Xindi have reptilian characteristics. T'Pol asks why he wanted to see her, and Phlox explains that Trip has been struggling to deal with his sister's death and has been having a hard time sleeping. Phlox has been giving him sedatives but wants to wean him off, and he thinks that Trip would be a great candidate for Vulcan neuropressure.
Oh boy.
T'Pol looks horrified at this. She says that she doesn't think Trip would have the patience to sit still long enough to get through the first posture. Phlox says that with her delicate guidance, he's sure it'll work.
Yeah, this is definitely
Here
going to be
we
some
go.
sexy times.
T'Pol says that the instruction of neuropressure is a very intimate act. And Phlox replies that Trip has suffered a very intimate loss and he needs her help. So she gives in and tells Phlox to tell Trip to come to her quarters, but Phlox explains that he has already mentioned this plan to Trip, and Trip was less than enthusiastic. Phlox wants T'Pol to try to convince him.
Wait, was this the wrist tapping thing that she did with Hoshi?
I'm gonna say no to
yeah.
that.
Okay.
I mean,
All right.
actually, maybe it was Vulcan neuropressure.
I bet it
It's
was,
possible.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. So Phlox wants T'Pol to try to convince him. T'Pol sighs and leaves, giving Phlox a dirty look. Phlox looks thrilled.
Sorry,
Uh-oh.
like, wild thing for Phlox, who apparently does not like touching people, to just casually be like, why don't you go do this intimate touching thing?
It's a medical. There is theoretically
Well,
at least.
also-
Well, yeah, but Phlox was weird about it when it was also medical
yeah,
stuff.
but it made no sense.
And
that
he's an
that
actual doctor.
made no sense.
Also, Phlox
Right?
is a psychiatrist, as
Right.
we have established, and B, has medical authority over people, so he's like, Commander Tucker,
Just fucking do this thing.
we need to do this, yeah.
Wait, but I thought it's T'Pol that is feeling weird about doing it.
Well,
No, I'm saying-
Trip flat out
I'm-
refused when Phlox suggested it.
Okay.
So, and T'Pol is feeling weird about it, but she is like, since Phlox said he needs your help, she's willing to
Okay.
do it.
Okay.
But now it's even more complicated
And
because
T'Pol
she has
says, T'Pol says, no, it makes it hotter.
to.
Sorry.
So they're approaching the mining planet. Malcolm and Archer go down in a shuttlecraft.
Uh-oh, mining planet.
They're in their away mission jackets. Jamie, it's the one that you were like, we haven't seen those. It was like the quilted ones that we saw.
They're
yeah.
back from
They're
the pilot.
back.
Okay.
Yep. Get down, and Malcolm immediately starts complaining that they should have worn EV suits because it's very smoggy and dusty on the planet. Archer says that Phlox said they should be fine for short
Do
periods.
they never bring EV suits in? I would just think shuttles would just have EV suits.
Right,
in
but
it.
I mean, it's not that they didn't bring them. Malcolm is just saying they should have worn them.
Oh, okay.
No, in the catwalk they established that they only have 5, although that
Right.
might have changed
I
since they went back
assumed
to
they
Earth.
only had 5
but-
that they were able to bring over to that they had brought over to the catwalk.
Right.
Not that they
Yeah.
only had 5 total.
Anyway, how much fucking
think
garbage
there would
about this
actually
show
be
do I have
enough-
trapped in my head?
You'd think they would have enough for everybody in the ship in the case of an
Theoretically,
emergency.
or something. Yeah.
No.
Archer says that Phlox said they should be fine for short periods, but Malcolm is already coughing. Archer tells him to try not to breathe. They enter the facility and are immediately greeted by 2 aliens wearing breathers. I didn't actually recognize what the aliens were. They were bald and had ridges over their eyes and on their foreheads. They both have weapons. They're clearly guards. Archer starts to introduce himself, but one of the guards cuts him off and tells him to follow. And they walk deeper into the mine. You guys.
Yeah, so cave.
We're
so
in a cave.
It's a cave. It's a cave. It's a cave.
Hey!
I was really concerned that you were about to be like, it's not a mine, it's not a cave, it's a mine.
Is a mine a cave? Well, this is-
A
No,
mine
this
is a
clear-
cave.
It's clearly a cave. I am not trying to pull one over on you. It is definitely
so
a fucking
wait.
cave.
so how does this work now if I get one of the 2 lies wrong?
Well, there's no score, Bill.
Yeah,
I don't know
it
if you know
doesn't.
this, but we're not working. It's not points. There's not a point system in this. Okay, we're in a cave, but it's a mining facility, so there are also areas that have like hallways and doors and electric lights. The guards lead them into a room where an alien is sitting at a desk. Everything is filthy. It's just covered in dirt and dust. There's a big console on the desk with like knobs and dials. This alien can only be described as super gross. He has
Wow.
wisps of stringy hair. He's got like scabs and welts all over his
Ugh.
face. He's very
Ugh.
sweaty and drooly. He talks like he has 3 types of emphysema. He has a breathing apparatus attached to him that he periodically like grabs and takes a breath from. He kind of reminds me like a melted Christopher Lloyd. This will make sense to you when you watch it. It was just, it's so gross. He tells them that if they want to meet the prisoner, they'll have to pay him. And he wants liquefied platinum. Which, do we think liquefied platinum is where latinum came from? Anyway,
Maybe.
liquefied
I
platinum.
don't know.
I mean, it's liquid, so
Liquefied
presumably
platinum,
not.
okay.
Well,
But
it'd be weird. It's weird that it's platinum, which
Yeah.
is an element that we know, but it's
Instead
like
of, like,
liquefied.
some
Okay,
weird
you want me to
alien
heat
thing.
it up
Yeah,
for you?
Yeah. Archer says they don't carry precious metals on board, but the guy refuses to help them without payment. He and Malcolm talk about it, and they figured that the antimatter relays on the ship are lined with platinum alloy, that they could probably strip them down and separate the platinum out. Don't they
Well, that
need the
sounds good
antimatter
idea.
relays? Like, how are they going to relay their antimatter if they strip
Great
them all
idea,
down?
guys.
Also, I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand why they only want the platinum melted.
He specifically asked for this. I do not know.
As a payment to take your metal when it's hardened into like a brick or something?
And it doesn't... What I don't really fully understand is I'm fairly sure platinum is solid at room temperature. So like they have to have some sort of mechanism to keep it liquid?
No, that's the nonsense. This should be a Star Trek nonsense.
Yeah, they need to just make up another thing.
No, this makes complete sense if it's durofinium.
Right.
And it's like, well, we got some of that. I mean,
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, fair enough.
Anyway, Archer agrees to pay him, but they have to see the prisoner first to scan him and confirm he's Xindi. Mm-hmm. The foreman says that's not necessary.
How would they confirm he's Xindi from a scan when they have never...
They have
the
charred one, but presumably it seemed like they weren't able to get like anything from the charred one other than like a couple scales.
That's what Phlox was doing. He has...
No, they have the DNA.
That's what he's working on.
Yeah. Okay.
The foreman says it's not necessary. He goes to a cabinet and pulls out something wrapped in a cloth and hands it over. It's a finger. Just a finger. Archer asks why he would do that.
This was a Two Truths and a Lie, right? That there was something about a finger.
That he gets a finger. Yep.
Something.
They give them the finger.
Yeah,
we recorded that episode like a week ago, and I already forgot. Like something about finger.
And you know what? I listened to that episode today because I was listening to your edit of it, and I also forgot. I didn't put it together. Okay, Archer asks why he would do that, and the foreman says it was an accident. He says he wants his payment by the next day. Next scene, it is a bright day at a pretty outdoor restaurant. There are metal tables and chairs, and a young boy is walking through the restaurant. He's in khakis and a really ugly brown shirt. And there's a girl at one of the tables with long blonde hair, and he's slowly walking towards her, calling Elizabeth. We don't see the girl's face. She's turned away.
And they look human?
They're all human. This is
Liz is Trip's sister, right?
Lizzie, yeah. Oh,
yeah. So we don't see.
Yeah. So this seems like a dream. Like he's dreaming about her or something.
Right. We don't see the girl's face. She's turned away. She's reading a book.
So
she has
boy is like baby. Is like child Trip. Oh my god.
She has a huge milkshake in front of her, which looks delicious.
Of course she does. She's a Trip. A Tucker.
That's right. She's a Tucker. She's a Trip.
A Tucker. I couldn't remember. I was like trying to remember his last name. She's a Tucker. She's drinking her milkshake.
The boy calls, Lizzie, you've got to get out of there. And she turns, but it's now a grown woman looking at him. And we now hear Trip's voice yelling her name. And we go back and the boy is turned into Trip. He's also wearing the ugly brown shirt. And he's yelling at her.
Show's like, we're not sure that you're going to understand
the complexity of the metaphor we're using here.
We have to like tell you who these characters are.
And it keeps going. So he's yelling at her to get out of there. And the woman smiles and he yells something else, but no sound comes out of his mouth. And she is facing him and sort of indicating that she can't hear him, but she's still smiling. And behind her, this beam of fire is approaching, burning through everything in its path, going directly towards her. And just as the beam approaches, she turns around and she raises her hands in front of her face, and Trip wakes up in a cold sweat.
Okay.
Medbay. Archer's with Phlox, who is analyzing the finger and is confused. The genetic profile of the finger is nearly identical to the corpse they found on Earth. Nearly identical. But based on what he learned about the corpse, it was humanoid but reptilian. The finger is not. It has skin on it. But it's also definitely Xindi. So very weird.
The corpse was humanoid. The DNA from the corpse said it was going to be humanoid.
But reptilian.
But
remember,
reptilian.
He was looking.
But then, what about the finger makes it?
It's got skin on it.
Okay.
But the
reptiles have skin.
Well, it's not.
They just have reptilian.
It's clearly
skin?
not
Okay.
reptilian, is what he
Okay.
said.
Oh, okay.
It's
All right.
clearly
Sorry, that's why I was confused. I was
the
like,
finger is
reptilian.
not reptilian, and that's why he is confused.
Okay, sorry.
As Archer is leaving sickbay, he runs into Trip, who's walking in, and he tells him that the platinum will be ready by the afternoon. After Archer leaves, Trip tells Phlox he needs something stronger to sleep, and Phlox tells him to come back in the evening. Trip thanks him and leaves.
He like shows up in the evening and
Right.
there's some candles.
Some candles.
There.
I got
wine.
something stronger for you.
So we're now back on the planet the next day, and Trip and Archer are in the foreman's office. They have a little canister of platinum, I assume, but Archer refuses to give him anything until he meets the prisoner. So eventually the guy grudgingly takes them into the mine. It's dark. Everyone looks miserable. It's like every other mine you've ever seen on Star Trek. It's hot. It's gross. Trip asks what they're mining, and the foreman says it's Trellium D, which is used for insulation in interstellar vehicles. It's space asbestos. He asks what they use on their ship, and Archer says the outer hull is lined with geranium. Then the foreman is then asking other questions like how big their crew is, and Archer is starting to get suspicious, but before he can say anything else, the guards bring in a figure and throw him to the ground. Archer gives the foreman the platinum, and the foreman leaves. We then see the Xindi. He is humanoid, obviously, has sort of ridges on his forehead. It's nothing super clear, like that he looks there's nothing obvious that I can say he doesn't have pointy ears or anything like that. And he asks if they are the reason that he doesn't have a finger, and Archer says he thought it was an accident. The Xindi, whose name is Keswick, I don't actually think they say his name ever in this entire episode, but I looked it up so that I could avoid just calling him that guy. So his name is Keswick, and he scoffs at the idea that it was an accident. Clearly it was not. And he asks Archer what they want. And Archer's all like, yeah, so just wondering where your home planet is. No big deal. And they go back and forth a bit. Kasich wants to know, obviously, why, and they say they have some important business with the Xindi. And he says that if they want his help, they'll have to help him escape from the mine. What do you mean, escape? Says Archer. And obviously, again, like every other mine on Star Trek, the miners are slaves/prisoners. Like, this was not his choice. They try to convince Keswick. Archer offers him money. Trip tries to throttle him. Nothing works. The only way that he will do it is if they help him break out. Things start to get a little heated. The other miners are starting to pay attention and gathering around. And Archer's communicator chirps. It's to Paul calling from the bridge. She is in a different uniform again.
Wait,
She's
another
no longer
uniform?
in
What
the
the what?
orange. This one is baby blue. Similar structure, similar velour bodysuit.
Right.
This one is baby blue, V-neck, silver accents at the collar and the shoulders and the belt. Very cute.
Wow, I love it. That Paul's like, now that I don't have to wear my uniform, I can
wear
wear whatever I want, which is the same as my uniform, but different colors.
I can wear whatever skin-tight latex uniform I want. Orange, blue.
T'Pol tells him there are 3 warships approaching at warp. Their hull alloys match the mining towers, and they'll be there in 2 hours. Archer tells him to go to tactical alert and that he and Trip will head back to the shuttle pod. Keswick starts yelling. He can't believe they have a starship in orbit. He says that they've made it so easy for them. Usually they have to go out and find ships to replenish their labor force. Trip and Archer try to get out of the room, but of course it's locked. The Xindi laughs at them. Archer tries to calm Enterprise, but there's just static now.
I love the Xindi just laughs at these
He's like,
you
told
guys, I
jackasses."
cannot believe you fell for this.
Yeah. So they start looking for an escape, and Keswick says that if they have a shuttle pod on the surface, he can get them to it, but they have to take him with. Up on the Enterprise, the foreman is calling. He tells T'Pol that the captain and Trip are going to be slightly delayed because they have 3 cargo ships coming in, and they have to start deionizing their landing decks, which
Sure.
sounds like a euphemism to me.
Right.
Maybe
Right
that's
up
the
there
thing
with-
that we saw where they do the acid.
I thought
Put the
that
acid
too.
on the
I
snow,
actually
yeah.
thought that too, and I actually went and looked it up, and that was a different thing. Because I was like, "What is
Still,
this
I'm
deionizing
still
nonsense?"
so confused about the acid.
So fucking confused, man.
Can you imagine if the airport was just like, sorry guys, we gotta close for the next 4 hours while we cover everything in acid.
But we're just
Because
But you can just walk out on there. You just have to know not to walk out on there. So they're deionizing their landing decks. It'll take about an hour. T'Pol asks why cargo ships are so heavily armed. But the foreman assures her that it's just to protect the Trillium D, which is a highly valued substance. T'Pol asks to speak to Archer, and the foreman says that the deionizing process is stopping them from communicating with the lower levels where Trip and Archer are. He says it'll be an hour or so before they get comms back.
I'm really confused about the Expanse. Because I feel like they set it up that it was going to be this like weird thing that like people don't go to. What's you go? And then they go there and it just seems like it's normal space. But also there's all these weird aliens. And why aren't these aliens ever leaving the Expanse? Because it seems like it's not that far from other stuff.
Yeah, I think it's more like it's like the dangerous area as well. And there clearly are weird anomalies that happen, like the cargo bay thing.
The two things we knew about the Expanse from the episode I covered was that the Klingon ship people were inverted, but alive. Like their bodies were turned inside out, but they were alive. And the only other thing is that the Vulcan ship, the crew was murdering each other on video.
That's right, when they had that great documentary crew with them.
Yeah, exactly, yes. That was what we knew of the Expanse, and now it's just like...
And now it's just like, yeah, whatever, this is just another place. They've been there for 6 weeks.
Yeah, it just feels, I get that there's a couple weird things going on, but otherwise it just seems like any part of space. Like, it's almost like what they're trying to do is like DS9 having the wormhole. The idea, like, you go through it and we're in this totally other part of space where all the aliens we meet are new. We don't really know what's going on. It seems like they're trying to do that. But for this part of space that was just like a 3-month trip from Earth. Yeah,
Oh, well, moving on.
It just like they set it up to be so exciting and it's not. It just seems like it's just a different part of space that we haven't been to yet.
It's just new. Yeah, it's just new aliens and shit.
Yeah, I think you're right, Maria.
well,
it's just like the bad neighborhood.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Well, again, this was what the Vulcans told us, and we know how the Vulcans are about other spaces and other races.
That is true. That is very true.
You know what I've heard about those
Wrong
neighborhoods?
side of the tracks is the Expanse.
Yeah,
but I mean, the Klingons were afraid to go into it. Like, it was...
Yeah,
well, I guess because their people got turned inside out, so that's fair. I guess that is fair. Okay, that's my bad. I understand that now.
They're like, this is where all the weird-looking aliens live. Like, they're just weird-looking. We don't trust them. It's scary.
All right. So we got warships showing up. We need to get to the shuttle pod.
Yeah, so they
need to get the fuck out there. Okay?
Well, and the foreman is still trying to convince T'Pol that everything is fine. They just have to wait. It'll take about an hour before they get comms back. She signs off and immediately tells Malcolm to work with Major Hayes and come up with a rescue plan within an hour.
Oh, Malcolm is not going to work with military guys well. This is not going to go well.
Malcolm pauses when she mentions Hayes helping, but he does not object.
Because Malcolm's like a fake... Malcolm, like, acts like... He's like one of those guys that's obsessed with the military but was never in it.
Well, yeah, and his family is all military, remember?
Yeah.
Or Navy.
So I feel like he's going to be all, like, think he knows everything, but he's not actually military.
So the Xindi is leading Trip and Archer through the sewers. They are waist deep in sewage, talking about how much nastier it is when it's sewage from 31 different species.
Sure.
Is that nasty? I guess... I don't know.
Sewage.
I just think sewage is gross in general.
There's not good and bad sewage.
Well, that's why I'm like, this like shades of like, it's a worse sewage. I'm like, is it? It just seems like it's just all bad.
They come to a hatch and the Xindi tells them to help him open it. Trip has to pull, there's a lever, and Archer and Keswick have a crank they need to turn, and the lever is under the sewage, so Trip very disgustingly has to like lower himself to get to it. He only gets up to his chin, thankfully. He manages to grab it, and then they open the hatch, and it leads to a duct with a ladder that they have to climb. Keswick says it's a plasma something manifold that's no longer used, something
Whatever, yeah.
that part. On Enterprise, Hayes and Malcolm are walking to Paul through their plan. Malcolm says it'll be difficult because the mine is heavily armed, but they think their plan will work. The only point of contention is that Hayes wants to use his men instead of Malcolm's security team. Hayes says it's just a matter of priorities. The warships are going to be there in an hour, and if they get there before the team returns from the surface, Enterprise could be dealing with a boarding party, and Malcolm and his team are far more familiar with Enterprise.
Right.
It's actually a completely valid point, but of course, Malcolm insists he can complete the rescue and be back before the ships arrive.
Here we go.
T'Pol tells Malcolm that the decision is his, but that she agrees with Hayes. There's a real possibility that the team might not be back in time. Malcolm thinks on it, and surprisingly, agrees to take Hayes and 6 of his men, but Malcolm is going to be commanding the mission, which I feel like was a surprisingly reasonable compromise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh. Someone is listening to Paul? Okay.
Yeah, they are like working well together, being respectful to each other. T'Pol is like,
Maybe
I'm not going to tell you what to do. It's weird. After Hayes leaves, Malcolm tells T'Pol that coming from a military family, he's seen men like Hayes his whole life, that it has nothing to do with who knows the Enterprise best. Hayes just thinks that his guys are more capable of carrying out the rescue, which, I mean, probably, yes, that's probably true.
Well, yeah, and they probably are more capable since
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they probably are more capable, and also Malcolm does know Enterprise best.
Yeah, so...
Like, this is... Okay, so it's like, he has reasons for what he's doing. He has actual reasons for the things he's doing. How dare he?
But yeah, so he's kind of huffy about it. He grabs the phaser and leaves. Back at the mining facility, a guard comes into the foreman's office to report that Archer, Trip, and Keswick are gone. The foreman tells him to post guards at the shuttle pod, because if they get back to Enterprise, he'll lose nearly 100 new workers. Archer, Trip, and Keswick are climbing up the pipe, or the duct, or whatever. Archer asks why Keswick hasn't done this before if he knew this escape. And he explains that the surface atmosphere is far worse than in the mine. So even if he had gotten out, he had nowhere to go. This is the first time he's had a chance to get to a shuttle pod. The rescue team is heading to the planet in a very crowded shuttle pod. Travis is flying. Malcolm is next to him, and there are a bunch of Marines, including a woman.
Whoa!
In the back.
Military woman.
A Marine-ess?
It exists.
A lady. So Malcolm is briefing them. They only have about half an hour to get this done before the warships show up. Mm-hmm. Back in the foreman's office, they figure out that the escapees are in the duct and nearly to the surface. The guard wants to just destroy the shuttle pod, but the foreman says it's too valuable, and he says instead just redirect the plasma into that conduit, because that's what it was being used before. It was just no longer used.
Oh, kill the people. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. The guys are still climbing, and I think originally there was a ladder, but now they just seem to be like climbing up like the grooves in the tile. It looks really hard.
Weird.
It's also super gross, like there's shit falling down on them. It's like the whole thing is gross.
Like literal shit, yeah.
Basically. Well, yeah, when they got out of the sewer, they got under each other and they were all dripping on top of each other.
Oh, that's so disgusting.
It was real gross, yeah.
I'm not looking forward to watching this episode, by the way. Like, it's gross.
It moves, though, so, you don't see it for long. Keswick is trying to make polite conversation, asking what their important business is with the Xindi. Is it really worth risking their lives? He asks if they've even ever met a Xindi, and Archer said they met one, but he didn't look very much like Keswick. Keswick explains.
He's talking about the charred one?
Yeah, he's talking about the charred one, but he knows, like Phlox had sort of figured out what the creature would look like.
Yeah, but I feel like that doesn't count as, if somebody was like, Oh, I've met a human before, and they were talking about like a charred human body.
So one of the bog people they pulled.
Just say that you've never met a Xindi, which is true.
He's trying to figure out why he isn't reptilian.
I've met people from Scotland before. I saw the bog corpse that was pulled out.
Just say like I heard they were reptilian or something like that.
Anyway, Keswick explains that there are 5 distinct species of Xindi.
So all of them are Xindis.
And 5 different opinions as to which is dominant.
Okay, so it's not like Bill was saying, oh, these are like different aliens and the Xindis like the Federation.
The Federation.
But it seems like it's almost just like different, not like different breeds of dogs, but like different species of the same or different.
It's like if, we had octopi who were able to communicate with us and they were just a fully different species, but they...
Interesting. Well, this gets into the question, is this a conglomeration or is this a race that can interbreed with each other and they are the same species?
Yeah, I was thinking that they were different species, where it's like you have 2 species that are very similar, but...
You're right. And yes, but I think
went to different continents and now are like slightly different, but they're the same species. They're just different versions of the same species or whatever.
Like marsupials.
What Phlox said was that they clearly were the same but different. Like he could tell that they were Xindi because it was something about the epithelial cells were the same. Okay. But the fact that they were not reptilian was weird.
For Two Truths and a Lie, both the grasshopper and the aquatic are true.
Are true.
I had both those as true, and I had the wings as false, and we didn't see any wings. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay. And cave. So I basically won Two Truths and a Lie. The like extra hard 2 lies. I got both lies.
I knew you could do it, Jamie.
Thank you.
I had faith of the heart. As he's explaining this, they suddenly hear a clanking and a whoosh, and they realize there's plasma coming up the pipe. They don't know it's coming. Plasma coming.
I've been like that.
Yeah, it's bad when that happens.
Late at night, you wake up.
You don't know where the next maintenance hash is, so then they have to figure out if they have to go up or down. Plasma's coming from below.
I recommend going up then.
But that's what Keswick wants to do, but they don't know how far it is, but they know they just passed a maintenance hatch. So so Archer and Trip decide to go down and Keswick follows them. They make it to...
But if the plasma comes, wouldn't the plasma go down?
Well, I think this is a bypass. Like they're looking for like a place that they can.
It's like a hatch they can get out of, like an exit.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's like a maintenance exit.
I still feel like you should go up from like where you were in the sewers, but okay.
But they have no time, so they manage to get down. They make it to the hatch, obviously, just in time. Keswick and Trip actually have a little scuffle as they're both trying to get into the hatch at the same time. They're kind of pushing each other. They both barely make it, and Trip starts yelling at Keswick, but then they realize that they're surrounded by guards. They knew they were going to do that. Keswick immediately sells them out and tells the guards that the humans forced them to go with him.
Yeah, he should. I mean...
Which is the right call,
like,
absolutely.
These random humans that just showed up that are like... asking you weird questions, trying to find your homeworld, and clearly lying to you. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The guards don't care. They take them back to the mine. The foreman shows up and he says that they hoped to make them into workers, but they're more trouble than they're worth. So he tells the guard to take them to the surface and shoot them. Why take them to the surface?
Just shoot them there.
Just shoot them. It's not like you were...
now you gotta like carry their body. Well, you could just leave their body in this. Just like dump it in the sewers.
Throw it into the plasma that's right there. Anyway, as they are being taken away, the military team rappel in from above.
Yay.
From above?
I don't know how. I don't know where. I will be taking no further questions. They just fucking show up.
America, fuck yeah.
Wow, okay.
The foreman runs and hides. Archer and Trip immediately start fighting the guards who are holding him and trying to escape. Big fight. Blah, blah, blah. Fighting. There's actually a solo fight with the female Marine where she takes out one of the aliens. I was so sure they were going to kill her, but they did not. She survived.
I'm glad.
And she does very well and takes out the alien.
Oh my god, I would have been so mad if they killed the one woman.
I was sure it was going to happen.
2 women on this show. They finally added another woman to the ship.
Anyway, fight. There's suddenly this big rumbling and the ground starts shaking, which I'm still not exactly sure why, but they all kind of wobble their way through the exit where Malcolm is calling to them. They've managed to open the outer hatch. So it seems like there was just some way that they figured out to get into the mine. And they go to leave, and Keswick makes to go with them, but Archer says nope, he's leaving him because of his betrayal to the guards earlier. They argue, and Keswick pinky swears that he'll give him the coordinates.
Wait, was the pinky the one that got cut off?
Bad choice of words.
I saw. Oh wait.
Wait, what? So wait, Archer was just gonna leave him there to like get captured and killed?
Yes. I mean, he's
Archer's
a Xindi.
such a dick.
But you literally need him to find out what
He's
the
not the Xindi that he's not
he-
the exact Xindi that attacked you. You have no idea what's going on.
I mean, okay, all right, wait.
Oh boy.
Let me pause right there. Jamie, they do not care. They want revenge. That is where we are.
Yeah, but that's
These
so
guys
fucking
want to kill
racist. Like, they
Xindis.
have no idea.
Do you not understand how war works? Of course they're racist. That's how war works.
I know, but Star Trek's supposed to be better than that. Okay.
Star Trek is supposed to be better than that. Enterprise is not better than that.
Yes, that's the whole point of this podcast.
Moving on.
What doesn't make sense is that, like, he is, as he was saying himself, this is the only fucking lead they have, and even if he was worried that he wasn't going to get any information of him, he should still take him, because at least they can try. But anyway, he finally does agree to take him, even though he isn't convinced.
Also, he should just agree to take him because it's the right thing to do.
Okay, but we're long past the right thing to do. Like, there is no right thing to do here. Like,
there is. They're just not doing
it.
Oh boy.
They get out of the mine and out into the open, and they actually get to the other shuttle, but all of a sudden there's a sniper shooting at them. Keswick gets shot and collapses. One of the Marines uses a scope to see the sniper. It's the gross foreman dude shooting at him, but the Marine shoots him. Got him. They grab Keswick. They head towards the shuttles.
Wow. So far, these Marines seem very competent.
Competent and lovely. Like, everything about them is positive. Like, even in the interaction with Hayes and Malcolm and T'Pol, he was like, listen, I'm just trying to be like, I think it's the right answer, but you're the boss. Like, it was all very nice.
Like, I really don't generally like siding with military, but this seems like what Enterprise needs.
Yeah.
What if Enterprise was a more military presence?
But, like, actual competence. Like, they went in there, they extracted them. Like, yeah.
There's a scene, actually, that I didn't talk about, that in the fight where Trip takes cover, but he doesn't realize there's a guard behind him, and he almost gets shot, but one of the military guys shoots the guy first. So, like, there's, lots of competence in this specific thing, which is what Hayes was saying. Like, we know what we're doing.
We are a specialized crew
like
that is, like, really good at these types of missions.
So they head back. Travis lands, they pile into the shuttles, and they go. Upon Enterprise, T'Pol and Hoshi see that they're on their way with an extra passenger. The warships are still coming in hot. They're 7 minutes out. They tell the pods to dock simultaneously and go to maximum warp immediately.
Okay.
Archer captains logged that the warships followed them for an hour but couldn't keep up. He is now in his ready room. Phlox comes in and sadly tells him that Keswick is dead.
Oh.
Phlox,
Okay.
he apologizes for not being able to do more, saying he knows how helpful it would have been to have a Xindi to help them. But Archer says he wasn't all that helpful. He didn't really know. He didn't really think he was
Archer
gonna.
does not give a shit that this guy died.
No, not at all.
Oh.
That
Not
was, like,
at
in-
all.
In Archer's care, essentially,
all.
like,
Oh boy. Okay.
I just,
Um,
you guys
Unpack
remember,
here.
like, when we did the second contact for the last episode, I was like, I hate the like bloodlust, like like when we were talking about like the post 9/11, the way everybody wanted
Right.
revenge, but how I'm like worried that they're gonna take it in that bad direction, like the direction that leads to these wars that go on. Like that's what it sounds like they're like, this makes me so angry. Okay.
I do feel like they are.
Like this guy.
They are
doesn't-
showing us that is an intentional thing.
You feel like the show is aware of this.
Yes, I do
Okay.
feel like the
That's-
show is aware that
Okay.
this is what they're doing.
Okay.
Because Trip, look, making Trip as angry and as, he's like, it's very out of, it's 100% in character for Archer.
I just don't have faith, but I'll see when I see the show.
No, I
'Cause
don't-
that's what
I
you
don't-
said last time too, and I just didn't see it like that. I felt like the show was
and I could
on
be
that side,
completely wrong.
Right.
Phlox says maybe he was helpful, and he hands Archer a pad. He says that it was extremely difficult for Keswick to talk before he died, but he dictated something to Phlox, saying Archer would know what it means. Archer looks at the pad, turns it upside down, and reads boobs. No, that's not. I did think it would be very funny. It was just a very intense scene. Anyway. To Archer's shock, it's the coordinates. So poor Keswick, trying to be noble at the very end, didn't realize he was giving up his entire species.
Yeah, this.
Whoopsie.
I love that we are on the side of Keswick being like, no, don't give Archer the coordinates. Like, that should not be
We know what
where we
that
are.
fucker can do.
But like, the fact that this is a Star Trek show where we like don't trust the captain
No, not at all.
so much that we're just like, no, like I hope he does not succeed in his mission.
Well, I mean, regardless of
Like
who
they
whose
lied
side
to
you're on
and
here,
misled this
what they
guy
did-
in order to get him to give him the coordinates. And it just, I don't like where this is going.
Okay, so Malcolm and Trip are walking through the corridors talking. Trip's in casual gear saying he showered a whole bunch, but he still feels really gross.
Yeah.
And Malcolm says at least they cleared biofilters. Phlox has taken care of the injured Marines. Everyone's back at their quarters. Trip admits that the Marines are pretty impressive, but assures Malcolm that it's nothing his guys couldn't have done just as well. Malcolm actually admits that he's not so sure that's true. He actually admits that he thinks that the Marines did a good job.
Wow,
And
Malcolm,
probably did
yeah.
a better job than his guys would have, which is really wild for Malcolm.
Yeah, Malcolm is not somebody who has a lot of self-reflection and not somebody who is able to like admit that he's wrong. I don't know if we've ever really seen him admit he's wrong. He seems like somebody who's quite stubborn. So this shows a lot of character growth. Or it's our usual Malcolm where it's just every time we see him as a new personality and it's just not consistent as a character.
Well,
I like to think that it's growth. Let's go with
I think
growth.
so too. I think they are trying to change it because if you remember in the last episode, Malcolm was like the empathetic one with Trip. He was really kind, and it was unusual. And I think they are writing him differently.
Yeah. So is it that he has had character growth, or is it that he's just inconsistent as a character?
Unclear. We will find out, I suppose. Anyway, they say goodnight. They head in different directions. Trip goes to sickbay where Phlox is waiting for him.
Yeah, because he still needs to do his sexy time with T'Pol.
He asks for his sleepy time drugs, and Phlox obliges, injecting him with a hypospray. But he asks Trip if he can stop by T'Pol's quarters and give her a pad with some bioscans that she asked for. Trip obliges, takes the pad, and leaves. Once he's gone, Phlox calms T'Pol, telling her Trip's on the way and that he had just given him a placebo. He's had a difficult day, he says. I believe you have your work cut out for you.
Sorry, that feels a little it actually feels unethical to just like tell somebody you're giving them a drug and give them a placebo.
Well, that's the point of the placebo.
But that's-
you can't
yeah,
tell
that is
them you're
very
getting a
often how
placebo.
But
placebo-
you know, if you're then you know that you have the chance of getting a placebo because you're part of a study where you know that you could get a placebo.
Medical ethics on Enterprise.
Do you know that studies have shown that even if you know you have a placebo, it still works? It's
Yeah.
wild.
I'm allergic to placebos.
I once had a meth placebo,
Oh yeah, I remember this.
and I felt like it got me high. Just saying.
It's wild.
All of our
Moving on.
listeners that are like, no, Bill and Maria
That's an
Pittsburgh, our
away
listeners are
mission.
like, what? Yeah.
Jamie's meth experiences are an away mission we should take sometime.
I just want to say legally in a lab for science. I was
science.
not just, but I have actually had meth placebo.
You were not just taking meth placebos for the fun of it.
Some scientists gave me meth placebos
Yo,
maybe
what kind
for
of
their
placebo
fun
you
of
got?
it.
I got NutraSweet, I got Equal,
All right, guys, come on. We got to get to the sexy scene. We are into Paul's quarters.
Yeah.
She is pulling on a silky robe as she enters the door. Trip gives her the pad, and she thanks him and invites him to sit down. Trip says he doesn't think he'd be very good company. She offers him a cup of tea, and he thanks her, but says it might keep him up, and the doctor just gave him a sedative. And T'Pol says, "Oh, you're having trouble sleeping as well." Trip
Wait,
pauses.
I thought that Trip knew about this.
No, Phlox asked him, and he flat out refused. So Phlox told T'Pol he had to trick Trip into doing it.
This seems highly unethical, especially if we're considering it like I know it's not like a medical procedure, but still like Phlox
think
being
when he's-
like, we're gonna give him some fake medicine and then we're gonna like trick him
Trip.
into doing this thing that he didn't want to do.
Trip needs some sexual healing.
I hate this.
So when T'Pol says that she's also having trouble sleeping, Trip pauses and says that he never would have thought that she would have insomnia. And she says that she thinks the Expanse is disrupting her REM patterns. Trip sits down and suggests that she go get a sedative too. And then this conversation happens. Maybe we should do this as a thing. Who wants to be Trip and who wants to be T'Pol?
I can't do the accent, so I'll be T'Pol. Okay.
I am absolutely not getting involved in this conversation.
Oh no, you're doing Trip.
Oh, God.
You said first line is T'Pol?
First line is T'Pol.
Oh, okay. Vulcan science says to prompt our bodies to create their own medicines.
So why are you still having trouble sleeping?
The neural nodes that need to be stimulated are difficult to reach. I think I said simulated, but it should have been stimulated. Yeah, the neural nodes that need to be stimulated.
As Trip actually tries to leave again, and she says,
Sorry. Perhaps you could help me.
she takes off her robe and is wearing I am not even shitting you, 2 sizes too small silk pajama top, buttoned with one button. You can see most of her midriff.
I'm so confused. Isn't she supposed to be touching his
Yes,
neural nodes?
but she's trying to get him
In the
engaged.
mood
This is the way that
to be-
she is engaging.
She's like, you won't let me do this quote unquote medical procedure unless I make it sexy, and then you'll definitely do it. That is quite smart and would work, but okay. Where's HR? Like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if your doctor's like, if your therapist is like, oh, you don't want to do this therapy
Sub-Commander,
thing,
this is harassment,
and
and
they're
I
like,
don't have to
okay,
put up
but
with it.
what if I dress sexy when I do it?
I can't wait for you guys to hear the rest of this scene.
All right.
It's so good and so awkward. Okay. Trip hesitates, but she sits on the bed and points him to a spot on her back. And Trip sits on the bed behind her, and she raises her shirt up to show half her back. He puts his hands fully up her back, like under her shirt. And she says, you can apply considerable pressure. And then she just takes her whole top off.
Okay, here we go.
We get some serious side boob.
I thought that she was supposed to be touching his neural nodes. I don't understand. This is because even if she's like, can you do this for me? Trip doesn't know how to touch your neural nodes. Sorry, every time I
Trip
say
knows.
touch your neural nodes.
Trip knows. Very much to his credit, Trip honestly doesn't look surprised or embarrassed or lascivious.
Right.
He just says he's not really sure what he's supposed to do, and so she kind of tells him where to push. It's a spot right below her neck at the top of her back. She gives him instructions like move your hands closer together. Most of her instructions are harder, unfortunately. And then we get the most ridiculous. So most of this scene is we see her back and he's, touching her back. We then get a front view of T'Pol, and she has her hands crossed over her chest, straight up just holding her boobs.
Like the same way that Hoshi did?
Exactly the same.
One-handed
hand bra.
Which doesn't make sense, because if you're holding your boobs, you have the same hand on, you have like right hand on right boob, left hand on left boob. To do right hand on left boob, left hand on right boob is like twisty.
Twisty and weird, but that's what she does. And Trip is behind her with his hands on her back. She keeps telling him to push harder, and he hesitates, but she finally manages to get him to push hard enough. She closes her eyes and she gasps. I mean, it's clearly, Trip actually looks a little concerned, but she sighs in a pleasure, relief, unclear, but it's clearly sexy, this. Right? And he stops and she says, "That was far more effective than a hypo spray," and puts her top back on. There is then, and like I say, Connor Trinneer played this perfectly, in my opinion, because the next scene is very, very cute. He is sitting next to her, looking kind of surprised, feels like he's going to say something, but then he decides not to, just kind of pats her knee not in a very nice way, says he's happy to help and starts to leave. But T'Pol says, fair's fair. She should return the favor. Mm-hmm. Please disrobe. Now Trip's jaw drops a little and he laughs nervously. He tells her that he's very flattered and under different circumstances he'd jump at the chance, but T'Pol stands up and looks annoyed. Are you implying that I'm making sexual advances? No, I know, not at all. I was just, you see, the doctor gave me the sedative. I think it's starting to work. He's desperate to leave. And T'Pol finally just tells him what happens. He says the doctor gave him a placebo. He sent him to her to convince him to try neuropressure, even though she said it would be pointless.
God, where the fuck is HR? I'm sorry, this is especially when he's clearly uncomfortable, oh my God. I hate this.
Trip argues, saying the doctor should have just asked him, and T'Pol says he did, but he knows how intransigent Trip can be. She then defines intransigent for him.
Intransigence
She
is
knows
an emotion.
him so well.
Unwilling to compromise it. He says he knows what it means, and he's absolutely willing to compromise. Then take off your shirt. So he does. And he sits on the bed, looks a little annoyed, and she starts to massage his back, and he does a little gasp as well. That's the end of that scene, guys.
I feel like it's written by 14-year-olds who are these characters are going to eventually be in a relationship. How do they move from friend to sexy? And it's well, clearly they have to have this weird situation where one of them has to take her top off instead of just this stuff that we saw, even the pecan pie thing, I would say is
Adorable.
actually sexier than anything that this, where cause then you see they're doing something nice that shows that they're thinking about each other, that they've been thinking about the other person when they're not with them and wanting to do something for it. To me, that actually feels sexier. I can see that moving to relationship, where this just feels like I would never want to see this person again in my life. It would make me so uncomfortable.
I think the thing that they are executing poorly as per their habit, but I think what they're really trying to do is have Trip be very vulnerable in this situation and have
because he's being sexually harassed.
No, because he can't sleep and he's so upset about his sister.
Not able to access his emotions.
And have T'Pol be very much wanting to help him, even though...
Yeah, but I feel like there's a way. But I feel like there's a way. I like that idea, that. And I feel like if it was like Phlox going to T'Pol and being like, "Hey, like Trip has been having trouble. I know you're his friend. Maybe try like doing." And if she was like, "Hey, like let's set up a movie night and then use the movie night to get him to like talk about how he feels about his sister," or something, that would have been so sweet and actually like quite sexy, and like I would be like swooning and be like, let's have this romance happen.
Right.
But instead it's just this weird awkward thing.
Yeah, as I said, they're not executing well on this. But
again, this is like a 14-year-old boy's view of like what sexy is.
They, I think, wanted, like, because they did all of this reset, they wanted to, like, we're bringing sexy back, literally. So, and I think this is, like, they're like, we haven't seen T'Pol naked in a while, let's do
in 2
that.
episodes.
Yeah, exactly.
It was literally Bounty was 2 episodes ago.
That's a good point. But that was
spent the
weird...
whole episode in her underwever.
Yeah, but that was a weird...
But this is also weird, right? Like, this is all, like, they can't do anything normal. Like, just do it normal.
Yeah, no. Anyway.
No, Jamie, the season ended, and then it was another, so it's been like 8 months since we've seen.
All right. The Enterprise is now approaching the coordinates that Keswick gave them. They go to tactical alert, but there's no sign they're being scanned. There are no vessels, and no indication of any technology. And no inhabited planets, in fact, no planets at all.
I thought like the episode was over. I was like, wait, it's still going?
No, because they got these coordinates.
Yeah, but I just assumed that was going to be the next episode.
Cliffhanger. Well, come on.
Okay.
Let's go.
Archer starts to think that Keswick lied to them, but why would he use his dying breath to lie?
I mean, I would. Like, smart. I mean,
Travis says he is picking up a huge debris field, nearly 80 million kilometers long. It was a planet. They move in closer and scan the debris and realize that the destruction happened nearly 120 years ago. Okay. Trip says there are signs that it was inhabited because he's picking up refined metals and traces of alloys. Archer is very confused. Some of the alloys match the makeup of the Xindi probe. Everybody's very confused by this. Why would they attack Earth on the basis that Earth was going to...
These Xindi did not attack Earth. Future Xindi attacked Earth.
No, Xindi attacked Earth.
These Xindi attacked Earth.
Because Earth was going to destroy their home planet 400 years in the future. They just found out
that Earth was going to destroy their home planet, and then they preemptively attacked.
Oh, I thought the whole thing was that the future Xindi were able to send things back into... Okay.
They were.
But these Xindi did the attack.
They sent it to these Xindi and then to send these Xindi... Okay, this is so confusing. Right. Okay.
The confusion is why would they attack Earth on the basis that Earth was going to destroy them in 400 years when their planet was already fucking destroyed 120 years ago? What the fuck is going on?
Presumably they moved to a new planet. Maybe the new planet is the one that gets destroyed in 400 years.
And now, how are they supposed to find the super weapon? T'Pol says that they know the probe was created recently, and it's logical that the super weapon would be created in the same place. This logic has confused me a lot, but we're going to keep moving.
Okay.
And Archer tells Travis to prepare to go to Warp 4 and take them deeper into the Expanse.
In what what to where? Where are they?
That is the fundamental problem here.
Okay.
Malcolm says long-range sensors are showing increasing numbers of spatial distortions, but Archer reiterates they have to go deeper in. They go to Warp. Final scene. We are back in the Xindi conference room.
Sorry. I don't know why it's so funny that it's a conference room.
I wrote it because I thought it was funnier to call it a conference room instead of like a council or whatever, which I'm sure is what it is. Spiky Hair says that the humans scanned the debris field and left nearly 3 hours ago, and they are headed towards the Orasan distortion fields. Bigfoot says it's unlikely that they'll survive that, but Grasshopper Guy says they can't assume that, and he's going to send ships to destroy them. I have it as Skin Face, the Xindi, who actually has skin, says that if they are the
they
first...
all have skin, Maria.
Well, I mean, humanish skin.
The skin that looks humanish.
Skin that looks human.
Way to be skinnist.
I'm very skinnist. He says that if they are the first wave of an invasion, the Xindi are better off staying hidden. Aqua dudes agree, saying they would never find them where they are. And the other grasshopper says that if they don't finish the weapons soon, he will destroy the ship with or without the council's approval.
Yeah. Maybe Grasshopper doesn't have skin. Grasshopper could have like carapace or whatever.
Yeah, he
it's
has
called.
carapace. Yeah. And end of episode.
Oh boy.
I was really
Honestly.
excited for this episode, and now I'm not. Like, I'm just like, I don't like where this is going.
I enjoyed it. I will say I was just so happy that stuff was happening. We got a handful of answers, specifically around the Xindi having multiple species.
Have like,
I
like
love
different
that they have different
species. Yeah, that's
multiple
cool.
species. I think that's cool.
Excellent.
We got some character development. We got some storyline development. Clearly, this is the start of Trip and T'Pol's thing.
Here for it.
Not if they're gonna do it like this.
I really liked the interaction with the military dudes and Malcolm sort of grudgingly admitting that they did well and maybe even better than his guys could.
I just want Berman and Braga to like read one romance novel, just one,
Just one.
like understand what sexy is.
Yeah, absolutely. 3 truths and 2 lies outcomes. The Xindi do not have bird wings, and they were, of course, caves. So, Jamie, you
I
got
win.
it. You
I
got
think I
it.
got one, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't like this having 5 with 2 lies. I don't know.
You started it!
Yeah, but
This
it was
your-
like it was a gag for Night in Sick Bay because that was a very special extra wild episode.
This was a very special extra wild episode. Dude, so much fucking happens in this episode.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's like the nothing is as weird
All right.
as Night in Sick Bay.
I do what I want.
I'm gonna make up the next episode. Get ready, guys.
Exactly.
I'm gonna completely make up the next episode. Prepare yourselves.
Porthos good boy scale. No Porthos. Again.
Porthos was not on the council of the
He
Xindi.
was not on the... Would that be great? Just sitting there, tapping his little tappy feet. Saucy section. Jimmy, I apologize. You're not going to understand this reference. How sexy was this episode on a scale from Dwight Schultz as Lieutenant Barkley on TNG to Dwight Schultz as Howling Mad Murdoch on the 18th?
Interesting scale, Maria.
Things are getting sexy, y'all. They're literally bringing sexy back.
Was it actually sexy though, or was it?
I'm
not?
gonna reserve judgment until I see it.
I think...
Well, that's
I
why.
think-
Well, yeah, you, Bill, because we haven't seen it. That's why I'm asking Maria. I'm not asking you.
Touche.
I think it was less cringe than I was expecting it to be.
Okay.
I think Connor Trinneer played it beautifully, and I think that made a huge difference. Him not being, like, if it had been Malcolm being, he would have been, like, creepy about it, and it
Right.
really wasn't creepy. And that, I mean, honestly, T'Pol was the creepier one in this. Like, her, like,
Yeah, that's what
Let
I
me
don't
take my
like.
top
She
off and
sounds really
shit.
creepy, and he like feels uncomfortable, and she's.
but it also, but it's clear, I don't know, to me it was very
All right.
clear that she was trying, it was a means to an end. And the minute that he was like, hey, now I don't, and she was like, this is not sexual, this is a thing.
But she was definitely making it sexual, though. And then she's like, I don't know why you think this isn't sexual when I was
I think the
definitely
show
being all
was making it
sexual.
sexual
Right.
for
But
us.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I guess I have to see it.
You'll have opinions for sure. Never asked, never answered for something in this episode that made no sense and was never explained. So now that we're in more of an arc, I think maybe some of these things will be never asked, maybe answered in the future. But there were a couple of things like, what the hell was the deal with Keswick? Did he give them the coordinates knowing the planet had been destroyed? Or did he not know? What is his story? Like what is the deal? It makes no sense. Like, why would he give them coordinates? It's very strange.
I bet we'll
find
I
out.
bet because it could be timey-wimey stuff, right? Like, it could be that the Suliban came and destroyed or something weird. Like,
oh yeah, that's a good point. I actually didn't think about that.
It
Yeah.
might be that it hadn't been destroyed, but then they're like changing the timeline or whatever.
Yeah, and he was, I was trying to figure out, like, if he had, like, somehow, because he'd been away for so long,
But
he didn't
it happened
know,
100 years
but-
ago,
Yeah,
so
but
then wouldn't...
120 years ago, that's what's been,
Yeah,
that's what's throwing
I don't
me.
know. It's confusing. But yeah, I mean, that part I'm sure we'll get. But yeah, Yeah, the Keswick part, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know that we'll ever get the answer to that. Technical difficulties, the most technobabble thing from the episode. So it occurred to me that T'Pol said that they knew the probe was recent, but in the last episode, they quantum scanned it as old.
That's what I said.
But what I realized was it wasn't the whole probe.
Right.
Some of the parts were recent. He just found one piece of future tech.
Right.
That he scanned and showed them.
Yes.
And so the rest of the probe was recent and I guess came from the Expanse.
4 to 12 years, as I recall.
Yeah.
Sorry, it would have been really funny if in that scene when Archer was like, I'm gonna prove it, and then he scans it and it
was nothing. Yeah.
Yeah. That would have been really funny.
And then the other thing is what does deeper into the Expanse mean? Like in 3D space, how the hell do they know which way to go? That makes no sense. Deeper into the Expanse
also,
made
why
no sense
does he
to
think
me.
that's where the answers are? Like, why? It just seems like you're putting your crew in danger, and it's not clear that there's like a real, like, I don't know why you would have any reason to believe that your answers would be further in.
Again, we're dealing with like a space Bermuda Triangle. It's deeper into, like, they keep talking about the anomaly. Like everybody who goes into this
pyramid.
place,
it's a space pyramid. Bermuda
goes
pyramid.
insane. So they are heading deeper into this nebula that is not well defined.
Not well defined at all.
Maybe they're going somewhere with this.
Sorry,
so we'll see.
Bermuda pyramid.
Bermuda Triangle, you're not getting out of Bermuda Triangle.
It's a pyramid.
Bermuda Pyramid.
But we are not naming our episodes Bermuda Triangle.
Oh, what about Bermuda Pyramid?
No, we are not using the word sperm in a title of an episode.
What the Phlox, the creepiest thing that Phlox said in this episode, y'all, Phlox was in fine form this episode, between being amazed at the reptilian epithelial cells, to trying and failing to save Keswick's life, to tricking Trip into getting naked with T'Pol. I mean, that last one very much sounds creepy and was. I actually almost made that the line instead of just T'Pol gets naked.
That would have been, I think that would have been a better lie.
Yeah, I actually think I intended to and didn't update my script, so oh well. Yes, chef. Any mentions of chef or food? There were a couple of scenes in the mess hall. It was kind of hard to see what they were eating, but all the military guys were eating different things. And that milkshake looked very good. It had a giant strawberry on the
A strawberry?
Yeah.
Not like
but it was a vanilla milkshake. That was a little weird.
Not something that looked like a strawberry, but we have nothing like this on Earth.
Nothing like this on Earth. Where is HR? I mean, that entire Vulcan neuropressure nonsense. Like, what the hell, Phlox is tricking his patients into doing shit? What the hell is T'Pol? Like, okay, you're all like, this isn't I am not making sexual advances. Girl, you are in a teeny tiny little top. There was nothing to that top. Then you just straight up took it off. Like, come on. It was weird.
Yeah, and she had her, like, silk robe on. I
honestly, like, the hand bra cross boob thing, it's not, I don't think it's sexy. Like, it's weird looking to me.
Or if it's a TV thing, I wonder if because it covers more.
Maybe. I would guess that it probably
maybe
does
even though it's awkward, like it covers more, and for television,
it's a little bit more.
I wonder if it's like if they do a hand over each boob, if that's not allowed, like on
it's not enough,
TV or whatever, but like covering
standards and practices.
Yeah. If there's something about like how much boob is visible, there's a lot less boob visible when you cross your arms, even if it's extremely awkward.
When she first takes her shirt off, though, you see quite a lot of side boob of hers. It's
okay.
It's good side boob. So there you have it. You guys, good luck with that.
Can't wait.
Okay. This is the segment of our show we like to call Will's Hollow Rex, brought to you by Eric TM, where we each give our Rikermendations for non-Enterprise related content that we've been consuming in our holodecks this week. Bill, what you got?
My recommendation is for an audiobook that is available on Audible, which I recently signed up for again. It is called Sherlock Holmes, The Definitive Collection, read by Stephen Fry. It is 72 hours of all of the canon Arthur Conan Doyle stories, read by Stephen Fry, who is an amazing performer. You get a full grasp of his command of voices and his ability to do characterizations. He obviously loves this, and as a bonus, with each of the novels and story collections, he does a personal essay about what Arthur Conan Doyle and Sherlock Holmes means to him. It is absolutely amazing, and if you are on Audible, it is available for free. So, Sherlock Holmes, the definitive collection.
I have this and started listening to it a while ago, actually. Last year I listened to a bunch of it and then had to give up because the misogyny and racism got to me a little bit too much. I was
I have a written collection of all the Sherlock Holmes, and I made it like a couple years ago, and then I was like, I think I'm done.
There are highs and lows.
The discussions of Inja
Yeah. Again, if you're dealing with books from that era, you're just going to have to push through it.
And the stories are still really fun. It's just
they absolutely are. They absolutely are.
Yeah.
You just have to. You kind of have to pause and give a break, reset, listen to some work stuff, and then go back to it.
Nope, I've been putting it in my veins.
Speaking as someone who knows people from other cultures, and also someone who knows people from the Church of Latter-day Saints, I'm not suggesting this as a perfect history of the world, but as entertaining stories.
I forgot about all the Mormon stuff that was in there. Now that you just brought up, I had forgotten, and you saying that, because I said a couple of years ago, I think it was over a decade ago that I tried that, and I had fully forgot about that. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, there are highs and lows, and there are certainly some stories that I like. The story where the guy is injecting ape essences into himself to make himself younger and more virile. There are highs and lows in the stories. But the stories are almost entirely entertaining. Some of them are offensive, and Stephen Fry, God bless him, is an amazing fucking vocal artist in terms of how he puts everything together. So, but that is my recommendation. That's what I've been listening to.
I feel like that's why often Sherlock Holmes adaptations are so can often be so fun, is because the stories are fun, but an adaptation will usually take out all the really offensive parts.
Well, it's funny you should say that, Jamie, and I usually wait till the end, but it is an appropriate segue for me to make my recommendation, which is Young Sherlock. Which is a new show on Prime Video.
Oh, not the movie. Okay.
Nope, it's a new show on Prime Video. It is Guy Ritchie joint.
Oh, boy.
And it's great. It's very Guy Ritchie, so if you're not a Guy Ritchie fan, probably not for you.
I love a lot of his stuff.
It's really fun. I really, really enjoyed it. It stars a young man named Hero Fiennes Tiffin, who is the nephew of Rafe and Joseph Fiennes. And Joseph Fiennes is in it and plays Sherlock's father. And the basic premise is Sherlock is at Oxford and meets Moriarty, and they become friends and fight crime together. It's really fun.
Okay.
It sounds right up my alley.
When does it take place?
It's before he was
Victoriana.
Sherlock.
Is it okay?
He's in college. He is not Sherlock. He doesn't wear the
no. Where in year wise? Is it modern? Is it Victorian?
Jamie's saying is this like Sherlock? Where it's
It's back in Victorian
times.
Ye olden times. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. No, I was just curious because
they managed to make it vaguely diverse. There is a Asian woman who kicks ass in it. It's fun.
So it's kind of like a prequel to.
Yes, it's exactly what it is. It's a prequel.
That's fun. That sounds fun.
Yeah, it's very fun. Anyway, awesome. Jamie, what's your recommendation that clearly has now to do with Sherlock Holmes? Apparently,
not Sherlock Holmes related, unfortunately. It is kind of a weird one. Don't worry, not a fruit. I'm done with recommending fruits. I recently read my first ever fanfic. A friend of the pod, Andy, gave me a paper copy that I don't know. They just I think her and some people talked to the author and they were able to somehow get printed copies of a supernatural but in hockey universe or whatever fanfic.
Oh my goodness.
Supernatural heated rivalry.
Basically, I mean, yes. It's 600 pages.
Are you saying supernatural as the concept of being supernatural or supernatural as the show?
The show.
Oh my
Supernatural,
goodness.
the show. But it's
What
hockey.
if the Winchester brothers?
There was actually no supernatural things like in it.
Oh, it's
because
just
it was
the Winchester
they're on a
boys?
hockey team and it's all the characters, I guess, from Supernatural.
I love it.
I say I guess because I have never
seen Supernatural. Sure.
At the time I was reading. Okay. So it's called, for all you young hockey players out there, pay attention, by Thursday Fallen Angel. Again, printed, it was 600 pages, but it's all on AO3. And if you were like, well, I've never seen Supernatural, so I'm definitely not going to read this 600-page Supernatural fanfic. I, again, also not seen Supernatural, which we have established because Todd Stashwick told me I had to watch Supernatural.
Right.
But then I hadn't watched it yet. And then Andy gave this to me, and I read it, and I absolutely loved it.
Oh, fantastic.
Do I know who any of the characters are? No, didn't really matter. I just thought it was like a great story. It was a great romance. It was also like a lot about like, a lot of it was the romance part, but a lot of it was a very good telling of a story of like somebody coming to terms with their own bisexuality. And it was just like way better than it should be. I loved it. It made me want to watch Supernatural. And I have started watching. I'm a couple episodes in, going very slow. I just really, really liked it a lot. You can read it for free on AO3. We'll link to it we'll link like just directly to it in the show notes. So strongly recommend, even for people who have not seen Supernatural like me and, truly had like no idea what the show even really was other than two guys fighting ghosts. It's called For All You Young Hockey Players Out There, Pay Attention by Thursday's Fallen Angel.
Fantastic. And that is the episode. Thank you so much for listening. Next week, we will revisit this episode as a second contact and hear Bill and Jamie's thoughts once they've actually watched it. Special thanks to our producer, K.O. Myers at Particulate Media, to our friend David for the beautiful cover art, and to John Stephen King for being the voice of our computer. If you like the show, please rate, review, and subscribe on your podcast app of choice and tell your friends about it. We really appreciate it. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram as @EnterpriseSplaining and on Blue Sky as @EnterpriseSplain. You can also email us any comments or questions such as, which Marine is Hoshi gonna fuck first?
Yeah.
To enterprisesplaining@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. And if you'd like to support this podcast, you can find me at Buy Me a Coffee as Enterprise Splaining. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye. Computer. And program.
I cannot believe that every cave episode has still gone to Maria. I just, like, it's become a joke, but it also just feels like it shouldn't be continuing.
I do not understand it either, but
every
here
time
we
I have
are.
an episode, I expect there's going to be a cave and then it's going to ruin it, and yet somehow...
Have I?
Well, not awesome.
I feel like you guys have had cave episodes.
No,
surely.
no, I wouldn't read.
Have I
I've
really
never
the only
had a
one
cave.
who's ever had a cave episode?
Yeah,
Well,
that's
you've
why we
also had-
joke about it.
I mean, I've had others, but I mean, have all the cave
Not-
episodes been mine?
Bill and I have never had one cave, not even a slate, not even like there was
But-
like a mention of a cave, nothing.
But Maria has also had non-cave episodes.
Yes.
So
Yeah, but
Every
the-
cave, yeah, it's not like there's
the Venn
been a cave
diagram.
in every Maria episode, but
Right.
every single Enterprise episode with a cave, no matter how brief, it is a Maria episode. Somehow, I just feel like this cannot continue. Like, it has to be broken.
Let's see.
There's no way we're going to get to the next 2 years of this podcast without Bill or I having
what
a
a
cave
horrifying
episode.
oh my
thought.
god, okay.